That should put us at the live place. I should be getting my notifications here in a second, and then I'll press record. Let's see here. Waiting on some notifications. Oh, there you go. They have my notifications. That means we are live, right? Chat is running. It's good to go. Oh, and I got to make sure that my sip, when I sip it, the logo got to be showing. Yeah, got to make sure. We got to make sure we. Oh, look, she's already here. We ain't even started yet. Okay, let me go ahead and hit record.
Yeah. Let me bring up the stream.
Yeah, I mean, that might be helpful, right?
Wow.
It might be helpful.
Wow.
Okay.
You're looking extra dark right now.
You're looking a little dark. You're looking a little dark.
That's all right.
Okay.
The sun not out. What?
Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. What's going on? Welcome to the SmartGuyz Tech Podcast, episode number 27 for this season. I'm your boy, Smart Guy, Big Q, joined by the little homie.
Why gotta be little homie? Everybody got Keon X up in the building.
Yeah. So look, we here. Listen, Keon. I got like so much to unload on y'all today. I know we talked about the stuff last week, and it's been like 2 weeks in a row of heavy Samsung stuff, but we got the launch. I've been working nonstop, with the launch. It's been exciting. It was exciting in a whole bunch of different ways. Not only just this has probably been the best launch I had in like 2 years. So you remember how phone launch used to be back in the day? Do you remember how that buzz that was in the air and
and people would wait in lines and stuff.
You remember that, right? So we haven't seen that in a long time. We haven't seen that in a while, and we saw that this weekend. At least I saw it in Concord. I don't know about the rest of the country.
I wasn't out, so I didn't see nothing.
Wow, it was. Listen, dude, I just haven't really felt that launch energy like that. I just haven't felt that in a long time. And I was surprised, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about this week, is like not the fact that we launched a device and there's a different device and we got some new stuff to talk about, but the energy it brought with it, and the people who are actually buying these things. Somebody close to you bought one, right?
Yes, mother did buy one. She's getting hers tomorrow.
See, me too. I'm getting mine tomorrow as well. But the clientele, the people who I saw purchasing these devices, we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Keon, it's something I want to run by you and chat real quick, because it's a couple different things I want to just like talk about before we get into the show, right?
Oh yeah. Before we get into Samsung, we got some stuff.
Yeah, one of them is super serious. Let me see if we can get a screen share going here, because I didn't know about this until like 2 days ago. People were making jokes about it. And when I read the story, I didn't realize how serious this was. But let's do this. Let's look at this, right? And let's remove this. Yeah. Listen, man. We as a people, we got to do better.
I disagree. I fully believe in Darwin's law. So let less smart ones take themselves out.
Is that this?
Hey, man, everybody can't be on it.
So is this the way of like nature taking this course and we now?
Yeah. Is just like with the Tide Pod challenge, man. Some people just can't make it. So
right?
Some people are not going to fit on the boat. So you know what? Let's just go ahead.
When you first saw this, now for the audio listeners, for the people who are listening on the audio podcast, we're talking about, what is it? Ivermectin. This stuff.
Ivermectin, misinformation.
Yeah, so everybody's spreading this stuff around TikTok, talking about you take this stuff and you can beat COVID with. It's like the COVID cure. It's like horse medicine.
The big thing is I don't know who started it or whatever, but let's say they said take, I don't know, 1,000 milligrams or whatever. Now this drug is for horses and other big animals. So horses can take 500 milligrams. So why
Right.
are we, as humans, which are much smaller, taking more than we should?
Well, that's a valid question. But my question is, what in this? Who actually went through the ingredients of this particular substance and said,
They
"Damn,
saw something and they were like,
this
"Yo,
would be
this is it.
awesome against COVID, right?" This would
This
be
is
like,
it." Well, like, so CJ just said in the comments that it's like a dewormer or something. It's an antiviral thing, so it
okay,
does help against viruses. So somebody was like, "Oh, COVID is a virus. Let me just take this this concentrated big antivirus thing, and I'm good."
oh, man, I was trying to restore my faith in humanity. I've been trying like
I'm
this
not.
whole year.
I'm not.
We're 9 months
Just like
in.
all the anti-vaxxers that keep dropping off.
You
Sometimes
know,
I'll be like, "Yo,
and,
not everybody can fill in the boat."
and this ain't a platform where we get on the soapbox. They're gonna be because I would never do that. But the thing
I
is, I
will.
just think we need to stop and we need to think like this ain't it though. Ivermectin ain't it. And why would you go out and do so? And this is another question. Like the whole thing about I don't know what's in the vaccine. I'm not putting this stuff in my body. But you put this crap in. You willingly buying this horse medicine?
The even more funny thing is you're not gonna take a free vaccine, but you're gonna go pay some money for.
Right.
Hey, that's on me. That's on you.
Come on, man. This is beyond ridiculous, and I had to address it on this platform. The other thing, Keon, is this we got to do better with this too. This milk, I wish I was trying to find
the milk
some
crate
footage.
thing.
Yes,
Yo.
I'm trying to find some footage.
TikTok said they're not showing no milk crate things, bro.
Listen,
no more milk crate challenges.
You know why? Because people are.
First of all, somebody died.
Yeah. Oh, somebody died?
Somebody died in Jamaica. This woman, she died. She fell and broke her neck.
My goodness.
Because they were doing it over like concrete, which I'm just like,
really?
Come on. And so the weird thing for me is I'm looking at it and I'm just like, why is it so hard? That's the first thing. But then I'm just like, but I'm not going to be the one to go ahead and do it because I have seen people fall and stuff. So it's
right.
So it's like, why, I'm not going to be that person.
Man, the first couple of videos I saw, I ain't gonna lie, I laughed a little bit, right? But then I'm thinking to myself, like, what would make you sit there after you watching Hunt? Because this is what TikTok is about. Somebody does something, and then everybody has to do it too, right? But you see nobody having a good ending, a happy ending with this. They busted their face.
I've seen some people make it out alive.
I see maybe one or two, right? But most 95, 97%. People busting their face open, okay?
Oh, for real? It's like that? Like a lot of people are failing?
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, this is what I saw, right? But what would make you say, look, I think I can do that. I think I can,
So, again, for me, I would do it just because I'm just like one of those guys that's like, you know what, let's try it. Why not? But one, I'm not doing it over concrete. One, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't provide any value. Like if I make it, then what? So that's why I can't do it. I can't do these challenges because if I make it, then what?
Right. Because I think
CJ just said alcohol would make her do that. That's probably what you don't want to do.
Because look, the most likely outcome is you're gonna fall and bust your face open. That's the most common thing that's gonna happen.
And then if you are that what 5% who makes it,
yeah,
so what happened? And I did see some store was selling milk crates on sale, and somebody was like, "I've never seen this in my life."
And listen what David Rush is saying. Now this right here is crazy. The CIA dropped off all the crates in the hood because for the most part, that's another thing, Keon. I don't think I've seen a white person take this challenge yet.
The person who died in Jamaica was white.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay. Yeah. I know I haven't seen a white person on the crate at all.
I've seen a couple. They're all girls, and none of them ever make it.
Wow.
At least the ones I've seen.
Ridiculous, man. That is nuts. That's absolutely nuts. But
it hasn't been a challenge in a while. We had the cinnamon challenge, and we had all these other Tide Pod challenge. We need a new challenge.
I guess you got to do something to defy death, right? We got to do it, and then we're gonna do it live on the internet, right? But those
what better way?
That I wanted to address before we got into the good stuff, right?
Okay, I got one little icebreaker before we really get started.
Okay, cool.
Let me see if I can share this screen.
Yeah, here we go. Yes, absolutely.
All right, what am I sharing? Am I sharing the whole screen? Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Let me get it up here.
Hold on. All right, I shared the whole screen for a second. How do I just share like a program? Is that not how that works?
Well, you just put it on a separate monitor and share the whole monitor.
Nah, I'm good. Whatever.
Okay.
Oh wait. I'll know I'm doing, y'all.
Okay, there you go. You got it. Can I turn it on?
All right.
Okay,
So
boom. There you
we're
go.
just
All right,
looking
let
at this.
me move the board real quick. Okay, go ahead.
So we're just looking at this, and it says you can only save 3 of these companies.
Oh,
The
we talked
rest
about this on
never.
Twitter.
Yeah. The rest never get founded. Now I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna say whatever these companies have made to this date, still
Yeah.
alive. So like
Okay.
if Apple made the iPhone, don't be like, oh, if you don't keep Google, they never make an iPhone. No. Let's
Yeah.
just think about the companies today.
Yeah.
Which 3 would you keep, Q?
All right, so look, we got to do Microsoft, right? I just feel like the world will come to a screeching halt
Wow.
if we didn't have. I'm just keeping it real. You know what?
Yeah.
I know you feel the way you feel, Keon. You can do that, and that's cool. But I just feel like the world will come to a screeching halt if we didn't have Microsoft, right?
So we got Microsoft for one.
Microsoft. Okay, and listen, and I know me personally. I look, Amazon got to be in there. As a new era, I'm an old head, so I didn't grow up with stuff like Amazon. But it's I think it's one of them things that's ingrained in humanity now. And if it ain't Amazon, it's gonna be somebody else. But because Amazon set the stage and set the standard, I'm going with Amazon, right? The last one is tough because I think it's not more of a need kind of thing; it's more of a want. I don't really care about Netflix. You can get content anywhere. Don't really care about Spotify because I've been downloading illegal music for 12 years or whatever.
What's your address, Q?
Lord knows I could care less about Apple, right? They had no contributions to humanity whatsoever.
Oh my goodness.
And I've never been in Uber before. Yes, I did. It wasn't Uber. We took Uber when we was in San Francisco. Uber was cool. So listen, I would say
that leaves Google and Facebook and
right,
Walmart.
In Walmart. So like those is stuff. I think Walmart's contribution. Google. Okay, let's eliminate Facebook. We don't need. We can get rid of Facebook.
Don't need Facebook.
So it comes down to Google and Walmart, right?
Yeah.
And I think as far as I think I can get through life without Walmart. I think I can.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Amazon, Microsoft, Google.
And
That's
Google.
what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my choices were, and let me go through the process of how I got to this. I kind of went the opposite way of you. I eliminated first off. So like Netflix gone, Spotify gone, Uber gone, Microsoft. Microsoft gone.
I don't know how the power plant gonna run without Microsoft, but whatever. Let's go.
Facebook gone. Like I don't want Facebook now. But so that only left me with 4 choices. Google staying because Google runs everything. Google runs search. It's too big.
Yeah.
Apple had to stay, and
oh God, for what?
But listen. My reason for Apple is Apple not only makes phones, which I enjoy their phones. They also have Apple Music, so that takes care of Spotify. They also have Apple TV Plus, that takes care of Netflix. You know, I don't really care about the social media aspect or the driver aspect. So Apple can really take care of a couple of these other programs. Now, my last thing was Amazon or Walmart. I initially chose Walmart, but I feel like it can really go either way. You just need somewhere to shop at to buy like most of your stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, maybe Amazon, especially since they want to do their local stores too. So I guess Apple, Google, and Amazon for me. Maybe Apple, Google, Walmart. Either way, like I said, initially I chose Walmart.
Okay, so here's the thing. I know what your choice is. It's subjective, right? I mean, I get it, but we got to talk about this.
Hey, man,
we got to talk about this.
Let's hear it.
Apple. Like I don't understand. Apple probably was your first choice, though. I don't understand. Like Apple
wasn't my first choice. I don't remember my first choice.
Oh, wait, but the contribution is super minimal. They're not super important.
Okay, so if you take away Microsoft. Yeah. If you take away Microsoft, which takes away Windows, I could see Apple filling in the blanks. I could.
No, you can't. I can. Apple's software cannot run infrastructure. It can't. It never has.
I feel like if they needed to.
No.
I feel like if they needed to, they don't want to right now. Like there's no point in doing it right now because Microsoft owns all of
that scares me. Even the thought of Apple running some infrastructure scares me.
Hey, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, they got a computer system, they got the music stuff, they got phones, they got TV. Apple has a lot.
Okay. I mean, I just wanted to, listen. I knew Apple was going to be one of the ones you picked, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Hey man, Google's Chromebooks can't run no infrastructure, so we need a company.
They can't really run infrastructure, but They might not be able to. They can support it. They can't
But
run it. No.
in the chat squad, CJo did Apple, Google, and Amazon. So
Okay.
me and her 1 for 1.
She says Apple, Google, and Amazon. Okay, the Apple thing.
Christina, in the chat, go ahead and tell us why you chose Apple. Q wants to know. I already know.
It really, because it seems like it's more of a want thing. Like I want to be, but I don't know. To me, I'm thinking like we're talking about like companies or entities never existing or just automatically disappearing.
And so that's why I kind of changed it. I consider like let's see if they just dropped off today. Like they dropped off, all their stuff dropped off. They know.
Right. Like if Apple disappeared, the world will be fine. If Microsoft disappeared, I'm telling you, the world.
Look at this. Apple can fill in the blanks, yo. Apple can fill in the blanks.
God, you people are super jaded.
That's the Microsoft guy.
No, I'm just listen. It ain't like a super love affair at Microsoft. It's just they're ingrained in the infrastructure. It's like pulling a brick out and the whole thing falls apart. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. They're an important cog in the wheel of infrastructure. I'm just saying that they've done that, and
they could fill in the blanks, Q.
Okay,
I'm telling you,
it's a scary thought, but what I mean, like it makes me nervous thinking about that. You know what I mean?
Look at this. Christina's like she's had her 2013 MacBook forever running.
Yeah, it's gonna run 2 programs forever, right?
Wow, I know you're not talking with your Microsoft. So look, Gentle takeovers in the building. Let me pull up the slide real quick.
Because I mean, like this is crazy.
Because she's not gonna choose Apple, so you got one right there.
Right. Well, we know she's gonna choose Google, and that's fine. Like I said, I ain't got no problem with Google. I didn't choose Google because did I choose Google? I did, right?
You chose Google.
Yeah, I mean, because Google is nice for support. Their existence is mainly for support.
So Gentle takeover. Here are the choices. The way we're phrasing this as, you can choose 3 companies to keep going on where they are now, and every other company ceases to exist. None of their software exists, none of their hardware exists, none of their products exist. What 3 companies are you choosing for starting today?
Oh, she can't see it. So,
and then David, you're watching. So if you want to chime in, come on, chime in.
I don't know if she could see. She need to see him. Hold on, put it on the. I'm like, she can't see it. Put it on the screen. Yeah. That's on me. That's on me. Okay, there you go. Right. Yeah.
And for any of our audio listeners, there's 9 companies on the screen. You've got Apple, Spotify, Netflix, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and then Uber, Microsoft, and Walmart. Those are the 9 companies. Choose 3. Everything else doesn't exist. So she chose Google, Spotify, and Amazon.
So Google was, and everybody chose Google, right?
Yes, sir.
And pretty much everybody chose Amazon as well.
Yes, sir.
Now, so for
me, Spotify, I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many replacements for Spotify. Like that one don't hold 0 weight, right? So, Spotify's cool, but
If I didn't choose Apple though, it'd be kind of hard because Google doesn't have Google Music anymore. So it's like, where am I going to get my music? Oh, I guess Amazon has their music.
Or you can get it from where we used to get them from back in the day, just on the web.
Talk about Q.
Listen, I know. I saw the downloadable Donda before the other day. But I didn't touch it because I'm not a Kanye guy, but I know where to get it from, right?
Hey, I guess we have our ways, but I'm on the up and up now.
There you go. So you're gonna clean up your act, right?
So David said Apple, Walmart, and Microsoft. Wow.
Well, David's a family man, right? He's a family man, so I feel him on Walmart, right? That's cool, right? I get that. Apple again. I'm not going to be the dead horse with the Apple thing, and Microsoft, I think he understands that too, right? So
that's for me. Yeah. So it's not even that I don't like his choices. It's just that the trio he chose, I feel like there's going to be a lot of missing blanks there. It
is. What he got? That's what we got. He got infrastructure, so his lights ain't gonna get cut off, and all his right, and all his businesses are still gonna run, right? He can provide for his family because he can go to a shop at Walmart. They pretty much sell everything, right? And then whatever little guilty little pleasure entertainment, you get it from Apple, right?
Yo, my guy.
It's all right. It's cool.
I feel like he's not missing blanks. Never mind.
So listen, I would give him the Apple pass because of the other 2 choices that he made. You other people, you and Christina primarily,
Hey
No.
man, Microsoft ain't in it for us, dog. We don't need Microsoft.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so listen, that was fun. That was fun, kid. That was a whole lot of fun right there.
Yes, sir.
So again, let's bring it back to the reason why we all here in the first place, right? This weekend was foldable launch weekend. Z Flip, Z Fold launched. Ken, let me say this. I know we talked a little bit about it last week, but we actually done experienced it now, and the launches come and gone. So the pre-order number expectation was blown completely off the hinges. A lot of people ain't getting their phones on time. A lot of people didn't even get their phones on launch day because the pre-orders exceeded everything that Samsung was trying to do. I think they kind of undersold themselves a little bit, but their gamble paid off. So basically, it's been 1 million pre-orders and internationally, and we're approaching, I think, about 900,000 so far domestically. For the 70% of that is the Z Flip 3, with 30% of it being the Z Fold 3. So with that being said, what you think about that? Like when you hear that, what you think about that?
I can see that. I can see that for a couple reasons. One, the Flip is obviously cheaper, less expensive. I'll say that, less expensive. Right. And then once you unfold the Flip, it's like a normal phone, like a normal S21 iPhone, whatever. It's like a normal phone, and you can kind of keep it that way if you really choose to, even though that's not why you're gonna do it. Whereas the Fold is definitely more of a commitment with the price, and it's definitely something you have to learn. And it's not like you're only gonna use the Fold on that front screen. Like you have to open it up. So I could definitely see it that way. 1 million plus sold. That's not bad. That's good numbers. More than what you thought it was gonna be.
Yes, absolutely. And compared to Fold 2, 200,000 units, right? 200,000 units, and that's throughout its run, not just the pre-order period. That's from its whole run. So in the pre-order period, it's outsold the S21 Ultra and Note 20 Ultra together combined, and that's nice. Ridiculous, right? And so with the data that we collected over the weekend. Let's talk about who actually were interested. It was the Labs Note fan, right? We thought the Note fan was going to be upset, but we also knew the Note fan was okay with spending that money on that Fold, right? So the Note fan
has to do something. Like you
no fan got to do something. No fan got to do something. So the Note fan is buying the Fold. The older, the 30 to 45-year-old males are buying the Fold. The younger demographic is more going with the Flip, and the females are going more toward the Flip, and the grandmas are going more toward the Flip. So that's the demographic.
Mom said no Flip. She said she didn't like that phone.
See, I can put her in the business professional category,
the note category too, because she's always a note
the note user, right? So now with that demographic layout, thinking about that, who was buying these devices, right? What's your take on that?
I feel like I don't want to say typical, but that's who I thought was gonna buy it. The women, Lido, really? Really? So you got females buying it, younger generation buying it, older generation buying it. Not the super business forwards, not the notes. It's kind of who I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So that I'm not too shocked about.
Now this is the one that I really wanted to get your intake on. The Apple consignment part of the data that we collected about the Apple people. So out of all the Apple people who were the data they collected on the Apple people who was checking out were curious, 57% of the people who bought the Flip and the Fold who were Apple people, 57% of them went from Apple to Samsung with this device. And then the other ones said no, they were good with what they had, and they were interested in foldable devices, but they wanted to see it from their people. They didn't want to buy a foreign one; they wanted one that was made by Apple.
Of course,
right? So, but 57 converts though. So I think that's another thing that Samsung was looking for with this device, particularly, was converting people. And I'm not a big convert.
For you,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say my question for you is: do you think those are permanent converts, or do you think they were saying, oh, I kind of just want to try something new, iPhone 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever, they're all the same, let me try something different, and then once Apple does it, they're gonna be like, oh, let's go back.
I mean, I definitely believe that. I think the curiosity of a different form factor. I think the general public has been saying, look, we want something different. You know what I mean? Like, I think the regular old, you know, glass slab, phone. I just think those days are pretty much done. I mean, we saw it kind of creeping up. We saw the rotatable, flippable pop-up cameras and all that. You know, this was on the horizon. It was coming.
I really gotta wait for Apple to tell me that's what I want, kid. Because right
Yeah,
now my slab is where I'm at.
yeah.
So, and Gentle Takeover the same way. We were talking about that the other day.
We talked about it
These
last week,
folds and
right?
stuff. Yeah, these
She
folds
said
ain't
she
it.
refused to fold. She said she refused to do it. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if she's actually went out and actually picked one up and held one. But I can tell you, as somebody who's used one, I know me personally. If I'm sitting here telling you that I'm willing to take a downgrade, because essentially what I'm doing here is a downgrade. I'm taking my Note 20 Ultra and I'm trading it in for a Galaxy Z Fold 3, which essentially is a downgrade, right? As far as specs are concerned, right? But because it flips,
Yeah, I was gonna say it does it a little bit different. It's different things.
Yes, it's a little bit of a downgrade, right? If you look at specs, right? But the value is different. The value of the Fold is different from the value of the Note, right? So if I'm okay with doing that, then that lets you know that this is something there, right? Especially when you really get into it, like once you get past the open and close part, because that's the first thing people see. Oh, it open and close, it open and close. It gets bigger, it gets smaller. But that's like the surface. Like once you get to using it, that's what the magic is at right there. You know.
I said, I'm gonna have to wait until Apple says, this is what we want and this is why. But I am gonna be using. I'm gonna at least play with the Fold tomorrow and a couple other days just to see how it is. I've pretty much seen it. I haven't seen one in my hands. I've played with the Fold 2 in stores, in Best Buy stores, but I don't know, man. I'm not super resistant for it. For like other people. Other people are just like, this is unnecessary. This is the worst thing ever. I would never do it. I'm not on that camp. I'm just like, I don't necessarily need it. It doesn't provide me personal value. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. And and for the most part, from what I gather of all the different interactions that I had over the weekend, a lot of people had that same attitude until they picked it up, until they held it, until they saw that it can do X, Y, and Z. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, this changes a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, and for the people who like the flip, it's not my cup of tea. The flip is nice. I mean, it's cool. It's a nice little.
No, it would definitely have to be the Fold for me because the flip doesn't really add that much difference than the phone.
I think the flip is something fun. I think it's something for younger people to kind of like have a little bit of fun with.
And it kind of like eases you into it. It's like it's still your same phone. You can just flip it closed, so you get the idea of flipping stuff. But you don't have to worry about, oh, this is changing into like a tablet or whatever. This is just a flip for now, and then maybe next time you can get a Fold.
Yeah, so. It's one of the things where what I was gonna say was it's one of them things where it kind of like it's like somebody said it on Twitter. It's like the doorway. Like, if you kind of want to get a taste of what a foldable phone is, this is how to do it. Two other things. So the first thing is like the gamble piece of it, like knowing that you were going to be okay with that Note. It was going to sell, but I don't know if it would have sold like this, but it was going to sell. I mean, clearly they weren't happy with the way things went with the S21, and of course the Note kind of suffered from pandemic and all of that kind of stuff, right? So we can say all that, but the gamble, they did what they did. They put all their eggs in this basket, and we see the result, right? They put the phone in more people's hands. They made it more accessible. They're trying to make it mainstream, right? So all those barriers, the price, the durability, the functionality or whatever, they addressed them. What do you think about them taking a huge gamble and what do you think how you think they're feeling about it today? Like after I was smoked and cleared, like if you were Samsung exec walking into work this morning, how you feeling?
So it's weird. It's like it would be like one of those necessary dips. Like I need to lose money for this, so that way I can go ahead and start paving the way, paving the future, making sure that we're the ones that everybody thinks of when the foldable phones really start taking off. and then we can be ahead of the curve because we've already tried our hinges before. Some of these other companies are just going to be trying it for their first time, so they're probably going to get, they're going to do our mistakes that we did 3 years ago. So, and it's one of those things where it kind of paid off enough for me to be like, all right, I'm doing what I should be doing. Man, the Note 21 or 22 or whatever note it would have been, that would have got me another $10 million. Sure, fine, whatever. But I'm already number 3 in the world, so it's not like, if I would if this is like a make it or break it type of thing, it'd be different. But since this is just money for the most part, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it.
I think the timing was good. The position when they did it right before Apple launch, right before holiday, and still you got, like I said, they got one trump card left to play. If they don't scoop up exactly, well, of course they do it. They did more numbers than they expected anyway, but they still got that 21 FE card to play later on this year. So that's going to generate its own little separate kind of excitement, for those people. So I don't know, me personally, I was like just like being in the middle of it and seeing people kind of like, I'm gonna tell you what got me right. I'm gonna tell you what really made it worth my while and why I had so much fun. Watching the older constituents, right? Some of our older statesmen, our note users that's been around for a long time. Watching them crack that fold open for the first time, I don't know, man. It gave me the feels, bro. I every time.
How did the note people that you interacted with, how did they feel about the pen?
Well, everybody had the same kind of pretty much the same thing they said about the pen. They wish that they could put it inside the phone. But here's the thing. You remember that? And you laughed at me about this. Because I was talking about the little clip thing that I was gonna put on mine, so I can put it on my shirt or whatever. Listen, man, you got to crawl before you walk, right? If you're gonna completely destroy your cash cow, you got to figure out a way to ease people into something else, right? So look, you still get your S Pen, you still get to do everything the S Pen does. You just can't stick it in them. Not yet.
And they have cases. It's not like they don't have cases. They're trying here. They're trying. Like, hey, man. We couldn't do it, if we waited until we could do it, you might have to wait an extra 6, 8, 12 months. So let's just go ahead and put it up now. We'll keep figuring it out. We're working in the background, we promise. But I don't know.
Yeah, everybody
when some of those people leave and come to Apple.
Well, there you go. So people, they hate the size of the pen, and they hate that it doesn't conceal, and they hate the cases that Samsung made for it. Right? They hate
even the reviewers I've been seeing say they hate those cases.
I've seen people on YouTube modifying that case already. Have you seen those videos where they've cut the thing off of it and put the pen on the back? And I watched quite a few of them.
Wait, cut the front screen off?
So they cut the front flap off, right?
Yeah. See, that's what if Samsung just made the back part of it, it would be perfect.
Yeah, that front flap is terrible, right? So they cut the front flap off. You can slide the pen holder out because it's got this like little groove in it. Yeah. So then they cut the groove part on the spine out too, and then they stitched it onto the back on this side right here. Wow. And then they put the pen goes down in this way.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
all I would need to do really would just cut off the front fold. I just don't folding phone where you need to use the front. There's no point in having a folio case that barely is magnetic. Like, come on, man. It's too much.
And then people were showing it. I was seeing on Twitter, people were showing pictures of they had the phone sitting flat on the surface on his back, but the weight of the pen was sliding the front cover kind of off a little bit anyway. So it wasn't really completely covering it when it's sitting down anyway. So it was bad. I mean, me personally, I don't like Samsung branded cases. I think whoever made their cases, they might need to recruit some more people. I don't know. That'd be a little bit more imagined. Now, some of the Samsung branded flip cases are cool. But the fold ones are pretty terrible. You know what I mean?
At least provide a couple more options. Like, don't just shoot down all the options. Just be like, you know what? Let's grab all these options. Give me an option, I'll give you an extra $5 bonus. Something like that.
Right. But watching people open that thing up for the first time, and then watching grandma kind of do her little thing with the little flip and everything. Here's a conversation I had with somebody, Keanu, that you would like. So one of I visited a couple stores while I was over this weekend while we were doing the lunch. So talking to this one young Best Buy guy, and he was like, I don't really understand why everybody going crazy over this flip, right? He's like, I get the fold idea. It folds, vertically, right? Yeah. But the horizontal thing I don't get, right? And I say, how old are you, bro? And he was like, well, because I was like, I don't think you old. I said, the thing is, did you ever have a phone that actually flipped? And he
Oh,
was
so
like,
he was too young to have
he was
like the
too young to
clamshell
know, so
phones.
he don't really
Oh
know what
man,
it's about, right? Because he's like, this makes no sense. And I'm like, dude, don't you know? Back in the day,
yo,
every phone was like this.
just to, and I know the flip can do this, but just to be like, you know what, man, I'm done with this conversation.
Right.
Clip,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Like that's something you
Yeah.
can't do now. Well, you couldn't do, 2 years ago. You had to be like,
No.
I'm done with you.
Right. And swipe or whatever. You know what I mean?
Like, you can't do that.
No, you can't
You
do
just need
it.
to clip it close, toss
Yeah.
it, and just be on your way. Or just like
Who,
ring ring, open it up. What up,
who
dog?
was it? Was it LG who had the lift to talk and then you put it down and hung up?
I don't know.
I think it was LG who did that. But yeah, that was the closest thing we had to it. But yeah, we was actually showing like people how to do that. Like you open it to answer the call, and then when you close it, it actually ends the call. And
What? Can you do it with one hand? I think you got bigger hands, but
oh yeah,
you
but
can
I got
do it with
bigger
one
hands.
hand, right?
You do it with one hand. Yeah, so the whole thing is you gotta have thumb action. So the thumb. Oh, I don't got mine close to me where I can show you. But
Right.
the thumb goes in. You pop. Boom, pop. Boom.
Well, I didn't know if you could do it like the old school. You can do it.
Oh yeah, you
like
can
the
do
hinge
it
are too strong, or
oh
okay,
no,
cool.
the hinge is kind of strong, so you gotta get a little motion with it. You gotta, yeah,
Yeah. That's
so,
what I would do. I would do that all the time. I just hang up on people. Click.
yeah, everybody got a kick out of it, right? Like I said, the vibe was great. Like I said, it was a different type of launch. The energy was different. Except for those, like I said, I put on Twitter. You never see more entitlement than you see on launch day. Folks act like and the people on launch day are pretty terrible. They even worse on Apple launch day. I know how that is too, but
Apple launch day. You better have your stuff ready for them people that coming in.
This is the part I don't understand, Keon. Yes, you pre-ordered your phone day one, okay?
Yes, sir.
So as soon as the event was over, you was on Apple.com doing your thing, right? Your pre-order was you already had it. You already got it. So or whatever the case, or maybe you was at Best Buy and you was one of the first ones in line when the pre-orders went on sale, right? Okay, launch day shows up, right? You ain't got no confirmation email. Apple ain't contacted you. Best Buy ain't contacted you. Ain't nobody saying nothing about your phone.
Wait, did your card get charged?
Oh no, the pre-order's in.
Oh, okay.
It's not here yet. Okay, but
I pre-ordered on day one.
Yeah, you come in. You said, "Listen, I was here. I was the first one to pre-order. I pre-ordered as soon as it was available. How come how come my phone is not here right now? Like, why are you people like that? Like, what's going on?"
I'll be like, yo, man, I work for so and so. I don't work for the manufacturer. The worst thing about it though, because sometimes I do feel for them. The only time I really feel for them is if they're one of those first couple people who pre-order, and then we have extra phones.
Right.
Oh, that one I'm just like, dang, man. I'm sorry, dog.
What's crazy too though, that some of that stuff happened, and here's the deal though. They were so pissed off that they're like, well, do you have it in stock? And they're like, yeah, I got one I can sell you right now. Well, cancel my pre-order. I want that one. But then you cancel your pre-order, and guess what? You get none of the pre-order stuff.
You can't do it. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Right, but some people don't care. It's wild, man. It is wild. But I think I know what's different. I think I know what it is. It just came to me while I was talking. Back in the day, if you remember, I don't know if we really did the pre-orders. That's like we just said, we didn't do pre-sales. We just said the phone, and you had to line up, and you had to be there to get it.
Well, I think you talking about Best Buy? No, because they did like a $50 gift card or something.
I'm talking about like before, like the S7 and S6. I'm talking about like the older, the really like the old. Think of like your first or second one.
I thought they still did like like at least for Best Buy, because that's where you and I were. I thought they still did like like a $50 gift card or something like that, or like a micro SD card.
It was something weird like that, right? Yeah, you got like a gift card or something.
So it wasn't from like the manufacturer. It's just from like
right. That's what it was, right? Because it's weird because I was thinking to myself like, what's going on? Like, like if you were there. That's all you had to do. You had to be there. You had to be in line and had to be stocked, and you got the phone, right?
Yep.
But now, like, it's like, it don't matter if you're there or not. It don't matter if you pre-order early or not. It don't matter if you pre-order last, right? Like,
hey, man, that's a love-hate thing that we got at Apple. We ain't got no pre-order, so we don't have any bonuses, so you can pre-order whenever you want. You can walk in the store whenever you want. It's gonna be the same experience.
Same experience, right?
But tell Samsung stop trying to give away the whole kitchen sink with their phone.
I tell you, right? I'm telling you, but and then the entitlement is real. Like, so the first thing I'm like is like, okay, he's like, I'm here to pick up my phone. I'm like, okay, cool. What's your name? My name is such and such. Okay, let me go look. Boom, look at the thing. Nope, I don't see your name in here, bro. Did you get the email? No, I got no email. Well, then you ain't got no phone. Like, what you want from me, man? Like,
oh, cute. Q, don't be treating these people like this, man.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what to tell you.
Sell
bro.
those people their phone, Q. Give that man his phone, Q.
Okay, kids. In all seriousness, if you pre-ordered your phone and your iPhone, whatever it is, are you gonna show up to the spot before you get the confirmation?
I definitely need an email or something because I just need to know. Let me know if I need to go back into the app and do whatever I gotta do. That's fine. I just tell me where I got my phone, when it's coming, all that. Because I need tracking. I need all that.
Absolutely, definitely need tracking. That's why I'm not gonna be buying my phone from Best Buy because they ain't got no tracking, right? I need to see where that phone is at. Like I know mine right now is sitting in a sorting facility in Charlotte, right?
Greenville? Charlotte?
Yeah, I know. So I know where it's at, right? I hope that's where it's at. That's what they tell me.
If it's there, why don't you go get it?
Well, because they didn't take. No, I don't think you can. You have to. You gotta let them bring it to you.
You used to be able to, because that's what I used to do. If it says sorting in Charlotte, UPS or whatever, I was down there.
It says not eligible for delivery, so I gotta wait till tomorrow to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's
I used to drive down to like the FedEx stores, man.
Right, it's sitting right down there chilling, right? I'm like, oh man, I want it so bad. But yeah, but look, why would you show up at the store? Demanding a pre-order, right?
All he did, he came into the store and pre-ordered that phone, so he expected that phone to be there on day one.
Yeah. And then one woman, it was a couple, and she wanted to know why her husband's phone didn't come, but hers did. And I was like, well, he ordered the exclusive color in the 512 gigabyte. Like that phone probably ain't even assembled yet. Like, make that like
that too. Like right? People order different things, so just because yours is there don't mean everybody's there. And if you're gonna be one of those people who want everything, or you gotta have the exclusive color, or you gotta have this and that, you gotta expect your phone to be like the last ones. Like, that's what I always have to wait for, because I always get the new color that Apple puts out. I gotta wait because it's always sold out first. I gotta wait. It's all right.
Yeah, me too. Same thing. Right. Like I always get the most rarest one, that one ain't nobody else got. Like if you get a black one, it's probably gonna come. If you get the base storage, it's probably gonna get yours on day one. Exactly. But you want to be fancy. You want the silver, and you want the 512. Okay, guess what?
Samsung not making they're not making a billion of those. They just making 500 because that's who's gonna buy it.
They might start making it tomorrow, but you might want to give them like a couple days. You know what I mean?
They put that on the back burner. They were like, "Oh, get these 128s out real quick." And
right. And definitely the black ones, because most people are gonna buy the black ones. And then it's that green color that's causing delayed. That's the one that's causing problems. Yeah, that one's causing problems, boy.
I think that's the one my mom got. I think she got the green one, so that's why hers was like a week out.
I remember last year, man. Wifey, she got that green note, and hers. I think it was delayed for like about a month. It was almost like 4 weeks. Yeah, so
that always hurts. I feel for those people, because I'm one of those people that always hurts. They gotta wait.
Yeah,
but, hey, if you want it hard enough, strong enough, whatever you want it, you're gonna wait.
But and I guess it's a conversation for a different podcast. But since we get ready to wrap up shop, it's a little bit off topic. But since we're talking about it, like. So everybody could talk about it. It's actually one of my end of shift survey questions that I have to fill out every day about the color of the phone.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I never really thought the color was like, is that because most people have put some kind of weird case on it anyway. But how important is the color of the phone to you?
It's pretty. It's pretty important because I like to be different. Okay. I like to be like, oh yeah, I got the blue.
I got the purple,
green. Yeah. I like the flex. You know me, man. Yeah. So I can't. I don't like. And the black ones always look nice. I love an all black Freak device. Yeah. But there's a black Pro and there's a black regular. So how are you gonna know that I have the Pro on first sight if I don't have the exclusive Pro color? And I don't put cases on my phone, so like I'm showing mine off.
So you see the colors on yours.
You can see the colors on mine. Yeah.
I
ain't got nothing. Yeah.
Everybody who got a phone that has a OtterBox on it, which I'm like.
But I was gonna say, but like, for my mom, it's like she puts cases on her phones. So sometimes I'm just like, does it really matter? But for me, I got to show off. So that's why it's important to me.
To me,
and I resell too, and resell. So it's about the rarest thing.
Yeah,
it helps with resell.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially now that Samsung, I've been doing that for the last couple of years. I noticed that when I do the trade-ins and whatever, those white ones and those exclusive ones, they definitely kick in a little bit more money. You know what I mean? But it's weird. During the pre-order process, everybody's like all on these colors. Like, I want this one, and no, I want that one. But then, like, after the phone launch, it's like, well, all you got is black. Because, with the S21, we saw those colors come in for pre-order, and we fulfilled those orders. And guess we never saw those colors ever again. The only phones that ever came to the store were black every time.
That's why you gotta get them quick. Get them quick. You be like, yo, I'm one of the only 500 who got this purple. I got this exclusive orange and black. Like,
right, it's like, if you want the pink one, you gotta order it. They're like, why I gotta order it? I'm like, ain't nobody stocking that pink joint. Ain't nobody doing that.
You're gonna have that. You're gonna have 10 pink phones delivered to you, and 2 of them are gonna sit there forever until the next phone comes out.
I think the color thing is cool, and I think what Samsung did earlier this year with the S21 Ultra was kind of fly, where they released it in 2 colors only, right? Black and silver. It's the gunmetal black and all silver. But then they had 3 exclusive .com ones, like the burgundy, the brown, and the what was the other? I couldn't remember what the other color was. Burgundy, brown, and navy. No, not the navy.
So one thing I don't like about what Samsung did is, like, 3 months ago or 2 months ago, they released the Best Buy navy blue. I don't like how they did that. I don't like that.
Yeah, but the only reason why I wasn't surprised by that is because they always have a Best Buy exclusive color.
But okay, what if I want that color on day one? Why do I have to wait a year?
I have no idea. Just like I was screwed over. Like, I think everybody who bought Note 9s got played to the left. That's what I sincerely believe. They released it in this blue color with a yellow pen, blue with a yellow pen, or this purple, violet, whatever it was, lavender, right?
It was like a lavender.
Yeah, so them the only 2 colors, and then the Best Buy blue one came out, then the all silver one came out, and then the black one came out, and I was like, oh, so these are cool colors, but I was stuck with either blue with a yellow, and my pen didn't even match my phone, bro. It was like, and it was like that by design. You know what I'm saying? I was like very upset about that.
I don't like I said, I don't mind if you put out the phone, got 5 colors, and then after 6 months you take away one of the colors, because Apple has done that before. I appreciate that, actually, because that just makes it seem better for me. But don't. And Apple has done this too. Is, again, I don't like it. I don't like when you put colors out after the fact, because I'm gonna be the one that buys it in like the first week. So
absolutely.
The color that I want, and then they introduce a color, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's fire!" And I'm not about to buy a whole new phone for it.
And you would think that they would reward those day one guys, right? Like us.
Companies don't do that. Right? Companies don't, like, as sad as it is. A lot of companies don't necessarily care about loyalty because they know they got you.
Right.
Yeah. They know they got you. They're not trying to go after you anymore. They're trying to go after
you guys are day one guys. Look, here's all the colors that we're going to present for you day one guys, but if you don't get it now, like 3 months from now, we're gonna start eliminating them. You know what I mean? Like, nope, it's the exact opposite. You day one guys, y'all got 2 colors to choose from.
Better choose it now.
There's 5 colors available, like 6 months
down.
I'm like,
oh, Timmy's coming over. Oh, let's put out this new color for Timmy. Bro, if you don't get out of here,
Anyway, man, I think it's a pretty exciting show today. That little experiment you did today was actually pretty cool. I think that we probably need to find some more little things like that to do on the show. I think that's pretty flat right there.
Find some little icebreakers.
I like it.
Make sure Apple is included in everyone.
Okay,
so you can show your bias.
Apple's news was this week was they were able to do communication with satellites, and they are releasing a classical music app. That's what Apple's bringing to the table.
That's why you guys are Spotify.
Innovative. So innovative.
That's why you don't need Spotify, because we got Apple Music killing it.
And you can go and communicate with the satellite. I mean, I don't know, why you need satellite calling on a. I mean,
But what is Samsung doing? Wi-Fi calling? 10 years ago.
Well, why we still dwelling on calling? We're doing other things, right? Calling. Right?
Y'all can't even put the pen in y'all phones.
There you go, right? These guys talk about making satellite calls. I mean, the world is full of what it is, right? But I think that's all the Apple stuff I saw today. Was satellite in the classical music, it was like separate from Apple Music, this classical joint on its own.
Oh yeah,
So I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to do something anyway. Had fun on the show today. It was pretty good. I want to thank everybody for coming out. The numbers for the audio podcast have been doing really, really well. I'm part of these podcast Facebook groups. They've embraced us on the audio podcast. And we're courting a few people, different guys who wants to they want to promote us, but you know them dudes are slimy, so you got to really check out their portfolios before you yeah, and they
slimy. Just call them slimy on there, huh?
You know, I don't know if they're gonna dig this deep into the podcast. You know, I don't know if they listen to it all the way to the very last second, but
you better hope they don't.
And they know their tactics. Okay, ain't like I'm saying that ain't true. You know what I mean?
Like I said, you better hope they don't. That's all I can say about that.
Hey, listen, if they get offended by it, then I just go with the next guy. Whoever presents the best bag to the SmartGuyz, like, you know,
you're just a number to this man. I hope y'all remember him saying that.
That's what we try to do. We try to take the SmartGuyz podcast to the next level. We ain't got time for that bag. Anyway, Key, I think I'm done for the week, man. What you got?
Nothing. Follow me on all the things, and all the things I mean Twitter. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Hey, and Pokemon Unite. Let's do it. Did you play that game?
No.
Did you play Pokemon? It's coming out on like cell phones, bro.
I know.
You can play it on your Fold.
I don't know nothing about it. I've been playing Marvel, the new Marvel joint on it. But I never got into Pokemon. I like the show, but I never got into the games. I never understood the games.
Oh, well, you're not a '90s kid either, so
no, definitely not. You know, '90s was my peak, but definitely not a kid at that time. I was a teenager. I was a teenager. I was like, that was doing my flyest years right there. You don't want to go back there.
You're supposed to peak in your 30s, Q. Peak in your 30s, not your teens.
Well, maybe that was the peak of me being a teenager. Peak. Yeah, that's yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Anyway, that's when the best hip hop music came out. Anyway, but
there you go. I'll get you on that.
That's gonna do it for us, man. We will do this again next week. Hopefully, we'll have some better things. We'll have some different things to talk about because it's been Samsung for 3 weeks in a row, and we're gearing up. We're gearing up for Apple. I think Apple. Oh no, Google. It was it's a rumor. It's a rumor that September 6th that week, some big is happening at Google.
That's next week.
It's next week. Yeah, September 6th. So got my eyes peeled for that, and everybody said it's Google Pixel 6 Pro, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll be here to talk about it. We're gonna go. We out of here, y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.
All right.